Hey, how's it going, folks? My name's Matthew, aka EZBOT. Today we're going to be making some dub techno on the Digitakt II and the Digitone II, as well as with the Elektron Octatrack MK2 as a performance mixer. And the template that I'm using on my Octatrack is a new one that I'm currently working on. That'll be out eventually. It's a long project. This is another big template for me to work on. But that's neither here nor there. What we're gonna do today is kind of just hang out, make some tunes from scratch. I have nothing written so far. I do have a chord patch that I made on my Digitone that I think will be perfect to like just get this vibe started for myself, as opposed to making you sit through the sound crafting, which can take a long time to find something that you really like. But I have a patch that I think sounds great. So let me share that with you, and then we'll just get right into making some tunes. Let me show this little chord patch. Tell me that's not a dub techno chord. Perfect for this kind of project. We're gonna bring it up to 128 because that's like the ultimate dub techno tempo, apparently, according to the internet. This patch right here is something from a private lesson that I was doing. If you're interested in private lessons, you can visit ezbot.live or join the Patreon. I'll just start a new patch just so we can do this together really quick and talk about this. So this is the virtual analog engine, or the classic subtractive synth engine on the Digitone. When you go to this engine, it sounds just like any other FM engine. And if you hold function, you can snap between waveforms instead of interpolating between the waveforms. I'll start off by removing one of my oscillators. And for this particular patch, the one that we have here, you know, I'm usually playing with sawtooths and squares for the most part. Those are like the typical sounds that I really enjoy crafting polysynth patches from, which is what we want to do here. And I love the idea when you're using this patch, you take an oscillator out, you can like set this to a square and then bring this down an octave, hold function, it'll, you know, jump in different quantized values based on what window you're on, which is really nice. And I love that quality of life feature in Elektron. I can bring in this square sub oscillator, and this is your phase distortion. So it doesn't do much because it's not like modulated, but you can play with that and it'll kind of give you an offset. I like having this down an octave when I do it though. It's just nice to start with something really simple, and then you can start bringing in other elements to make it a little bit more complex sounding. And then on this next page, we have all these different oscillator sync modes. Like we have not just all sync modes, but oscillator modes. The one that I want to play with is hard sync. And the hard sync uses your top oscillator as the modulator. And I actually think hard sync works really well for making dub techno chords, as you could hear here. It's like a vocoder is a really great way of getting dub techno chords, like taking a chord and running it through a vocoder. And basically what you're just doing, you're running it through the filter bank and you're having all these different resonant peaks. That's kind of giving the same vibe. This oscillator sync kind of brings this like hollow sound that like dub techno chords often have in them. So these rest of these pages, I don't need to use them. You know, you can use the noise if you want, add a little bit of noise to your sound. It might be good for dub techno to add a little bit of noise to your patch, and even the granular noise that's in there can sound really nice. And then we can just modulate the tune. Give us kind of a different sounding synth patch every pluck. We could have it set this to trig, and it will reset the phase of our LFO on every hit. Go to random even and just bring this really low. That's not bad. There's like a nice little rhythm there. And then let's bring this to a bandpass. I'm gonna go to my effects section and go post filter overdrive and give this some warmth. A little bit of reverb. And of course I'm playing a minor triad because that's the quintessential dub techno chord. Pretty simple patch, good sound. The reverb and the delay on the Digitone are dope. What I want to do is create a rhythm first. Let's just throw 4 on the floor real quick. Actually, I like this kick. Might keep that one for the track. So I think that rhythm is nice. Yeah. That's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. All right. Let's have like this be like a random LFO to the filter frequency. Going real slow. And then let's get another LFO going to the filter frequency that's like making it like really do some more movement. That's just fine. Now I want to have like some sort of like this drum rhythm. What do we want to do for that? I have an idea. So we got this. This is a really great place for us to start. We could have like some random notes in here that are just like regular notes from our chord. Really filter that out. Okay, let's resample this. Because we need like some like noisy atmosphere, and why not use the reverb from the kick? It'll fit right in. Okay, cool, we got that. And now we can bring that kick back into the mix, back to the mains, and go ahead and get all that reverb off of it. We'll see how it sounds. We could even sidechain it. I mean, that could be our bass, but we're gonna use a sine bass, so. Nice rumble. Could even put reverb on our reverb. Kind of cool to hear. All right, let's check this out with our chord. And then let's go ahead and give this a patch. Let's just use our kick. That sounds nicer with that reverb that we made. Let's bring this out really quick so you can hear this. This sound here, this rhythm that we got going on, is now being sidechained. I like that it's kind of creating this like almost like a hi-hat sound, right? Like a really muted reverbed hi-hat or a ride cymbal. I feel like every time I hear a dub techno track that I really like, it's got like some pretty fast hats, like it's 16th notes hats, but they're like really gentle. They're like incredibly muted. See if what would be like if we had like a kick pattern in here, like a muted kick pattern. I'm just curious. Let's see how it sounds. We changed the pitch on a couple. That's really nice too. Then I can have a different delay time as a secondary chord. That's real nice. Oh man, why don't I just do this really quick? Alright, still want my shaker. That actually would be a pretty good sound. Or bandpass filters. Maybe let's put like a modulator on the decay of our hat. Make it a little more organic sounding. Oh, I do. I want to do a sub bass. Let's do a sub bass. Let's just remove the kick for now. And these hats. And let's make a sub bass pattern. It's just a 16th note sub bass pattern. Get that? I mean, that's not terrible. There's actually a really nice atmosphere. I'm actually gonna add reverb to it. Got a sawtooth, go into the filter cutoff. One of those interesting low pass filters you can do with the Digitone or Digitakt. And we're modulating that. And it resets at the beginning of the, so we have a nice rhythm from it. Pumping, because we have it running into our compressor sidechain bus that we're using. If you don't know how to set this up and do this, I have a YouTube video that I made for it. All right, I do have a sidechain bus over here. Let's go ahead and do that. That's nice. I always like these really simple ones. I like getting like a cool, like some sort of perky sound on the Digitone, because you can do some really fun sound design with that. Anytime you don't like a sound, just transform it into something else. Seems to work for me. I kind of want this like clap to be buried a little further, or to feel a little more filtered. That works. Maybe we have like a rhythmic like you know, synthesizer, a rhythmic synth sound going on. Oh look, we already have one. Why was it already ready to go like that? Did I read my own mind? Ooh, I like this. Here's a good idea. That is a vibe right there. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. The way I like to write techno production is I do duplicate kits. Top row one kit, bottom row one kit, top row one kit, bottom row one kit. I've talked about this a lot. I'll have an alternate version of everything, and then I can mix and match, especially when you do stuff like this. And when you're in the mute mode, you can queue up and it will just flip, and you can kind of do like these quick little flips of your patterns. Really fun for live improv. So I'm gonna take this progression and I'm gonna paste it here. I'm gonna take this sound, copy it and paste it there. But now I'm gonna, you know, mute this top one, go to this one, and we're gonna take a bunch of this stuff out. All right, nice. Now we have this like, this cool alt version. I'm gonna get like another chord sound in here. Like a plucky. That's kind of nice. Cool. Cool idea, I guess. Now what if we did that? If you like being a part of the community, I have a Discord. It's completely free to join. I also have a Patreon that is also free to join. And there is, of course, paid tiers that offer things like my performance templates and stuff like that. Private chat room for all the Patreons. There's 1,200 people on the Patreon, so there's a lot of Octatrack and Elektron users there to talk to. But in the Discord, it's completely free to join, and there's almost 4,000 members in there. It's a really cool place to hang out and have discussion about all the kind of music gear that we use on this channel, which is Elektron, trackers, modular synths. And most of us are Bitwig users. I invite you to come and hang out, and it's completely free. I'll have a link in the chat description down below. If you want to support this channel, you can visit patreon.com/EZBOT and sign up for the Patreon. That supports the channel directly, puts food on the table, and pays for lenses and gear, and for me to sit down and do this with you every Tuesday, and also pay video editors to chop my videos up, because I've run out of time to be able to do that with all the lessons that I'm teaching. So another thing, if you want to get private lessons on Elektron gear, trackers, modular synthesizers, or Bitwig, I'm a Bitwig certified trainer, you can visit EZBOT.live and get lessons from me there, or the Patreon has different tiers that offer monthly lessons and also group meetings every week.